Bud?
Got to find them.
Okay. So, I think I can calm down and talk about what's happening. So, we are stranded on this island and, well, fucking, never mind. I thought I fucked up there. I was like, I think that's scripted. I hope that's scripted because I was like, wait, what's the button for the grab? And then I fell off and I was like, oh, well, shit. Hopefully that's not important. I knew I would forget, and I forgot like in a second. So, I think they're going to introduce some of the characters in this next cutscene. So, get hyped for that.
Looks bad.
Fire is out. Yes. The water mechanics and the mechanic with the dirt and water like combination, it's really cool because sometimes you can get really dirty and then if you walk underwater you like get cleaned off, which is really cool. They have a lot of like little neat things like that in this game.
Please respond.
Well, that's a no. Good job. Okay, so she's building a fire. That's right. I always like, what did she run over? Oh, Kindle. That's right. That's how you build fires. Duh. You need Kindle, and then you need, like, smaller logs, and then you need bigger logs on top of that, so it, like, burns. She's got a little teepee going. Standard fire procedure. And there's one match in there, by the way. Please don't fuck up. Please don't fuck up. Please don't fuck up. Yes, she didn't fuck up. Come on, Sam. Pack more matches next time. I can guarantee you that I would have fucked up and either broken that match or the flame would have gone out and I would have just cried. Oh, come on. Who's on the radio? Stop fucking with my emotions here. So, do you come here often? Here's where they introduce the characters. Not with the fire, but with the camera, obviously.
Here's the soon-to-be world-famous archaeologist, Lara Croft, in her native habitat. She's on the hunt for the lost kingdom of Yamatai, home to the fabulous Himiko, mythical Sun Queen, and ancestor of yours truly.
That's snobby of you.
This is serious. Oh, sweetie, I know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here. Everyone's so on edge. What are you so worried about?
I'm close to something. I'm sure of it. I just don't know if the others will listen. Or even if they should.
Lara, you know this stuff better than anyone. Seriously. I'm not just saying this to make you feel better.
Kinda sounds like you are.
I trust you. Roth trusts you. You got this. Now let's take a break, okay?
Okay. And Sam, thanks.
She's not always this serious, you know?
How can you suggest I'm not serious about this expedition, Lara? It's not just Sam's family funding us. I put my savings on the line, too.
We've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, Whitman.
That's precisely why we should push east, not west.
No one believes Yamatai is that far east. The books simply don't support it.
The books.
Well, whoever wrote those books never found Yamatai.
No, get
I've
wrecked.
talked to Roth about this. There's no point in following in other people's footsteps, Dr. Whitman.
I refuse to bet my reputation on your hunch. I'm the lead archaeologist here.
You need to shut up.
Got 30 years experience, 2 PhDs, 1 in East Asian history. So why don't you just stick to boats, Mr. Grimm?
Ship, Dr. Whitman. It's a ship. Don't need a PhD to know that.
I get fucked.
Take us directly into the Dragon's Triangle. That's where we need to go.
Lara, my little bird. I'd follow you almost anywhere, but that place has a bad energy.
Bad storms, more like, makes the Bermuda Triangle look like Disney World. Sign me up.
The stories about Queen Himiko say she could summon storms. Myths are usually based on some version of the truth. What if Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself?
Look, this is the satellite imagery from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
That doesn't look good.
If it's wet, I can sail on it.
Oh, don't tell me you're seriously
Reyes is right. We don't have the funds to piss about. It's now or never. Lara's offering fresh ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
Why am I even here?
Because you're an asshole, and we need the asshole character filled. Kind of seems like a dick to me, so I hope to God he like turned around and he's like, hey, I'm not an asshole, guys. I'm not that self-absorbed. I hope to God he does. So I think now finally the game wants to slow down and I can talk about the reboot. Yes.
Just sit here.
So this is a reboot of the Tomb Raider series, and that's kind of why I wanted to start with it. I didn't realize it was going to be really intense, but I just wanted to start with the rebooted version.
Oh, God. What's going on here? Wait. I can use that bow.
Oh yeah, so they've introduced the first weapon of the game, and that is a bow, which we're then going to use to go hunt some deer that just so happen to be indigenous to this island, which is very, very lucky for us that there's, actual animals.
I can do this.
So I thought this was still a cutscene, but this is actually the gameplay, and you have to like grab it as it's swinging towards you. I didn't realize that at first, and I think my hand slipped on the key, and don't fall, you fell. And you're next to a corpse, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of them in this place, so look at that bow. Makeshift longbow. New gear acquired.
Still works. Just remember Roth's training.
And I think they're gonna have
the best form and technique in the world, but it won't mean a thing if you can't focus. The key to using any weapon is focus.
I think Roth is the guy from the Saboteur.
So
I think
hungry. I need to
his
find
voice
something
sounds very
to
similar to
eat.
it. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, sorry, I'm just noticing this mere observation. So now they're going to introduce you to combat with the bow as you hunt for food, and by food I mean that one deer you saw. You have to like track it down, and there is a zoom. I probably won't be using the zoom all too often. I might if I feel the need, but I haven't used it as much as I probably should have. So the bow is pretty cool. You have to, charge up your shot. There you go. You'll see a little circle, and I missed the first one. Good. Trying to lead a shot. I'm waiting for him to stare at me, because the deer will stare at you, and you can shoot him in the head, and it instantly kills them. I think I just go on a hunting expedition after this. So.
Sorry.
He's still not dead after getting shot in the face. Damn. I think he's dead now. It's just, I gotta do this. I'm sorry, man. The really cool thing about this scene is that instead of showing a bunch of blood, they show there's little red lens flares sort of thing on the screen to represent blood. It's a cool way to show keeping the PG-13 realm. So we have a skill point.
Back to camp.
So you can just go out to camp, or you can explore around the area.
All
and
right. You won't always have some fancy gadget to tell you where you are. If you can learn to read the land and the stars, you'll always be able to find your way home.
It's funny that he mentions that because there are a bunch of maps you can find in the game. So technically there are, some fancy gear around the area. That scared me because I thought something was charging at me. The deer won't actually attack you, which is what I thought they were going to. I think they're only does, actually, now that I'm looking at it, because I don't see any antlers. So, no, I see antlers. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Because I'm thinking, of elks. And the really cool thing about the bow is that there's a certain, I would say, time limit for you to hold the arrow back, just like there is in like real life, because it takes some pretty decent strength to get the arrow back towards your ear, which is what you're supposed to do. It's cool that it's like there's a time limit before it automatically fires the bow or arrow. Fire the bow. Just throw the bow at someone. That's how you fight with bow and arrows. I think this is when I noticed that this thing was an interactive bow item. There's something on this tree. It's a little like tiki thing. And I thought I should just shoot it. Turns out I was right. Ghost Hunter challenge unlock. So this is when I found out. I was like, what the hell did I just shoot? So these are the list of skills, the upgrades you can have. Then I think relics is some items you can get, and they don't actually tell you what I wanted to know. And that is, what the hell did I just shoot? But there are 10 totems in the area, and I don't think I get all of them. So far, I've gotten all the collectibles as of yet that I'm aware of. In like certain areas, but I haven't shot all the totems because there's also these little GPSs.
Some kind of container.
A GPS cache. I don't know the importance of the GPS cache as of yet. I've just sort of been collecting them. What I love about Laura is that, like, after the first kill, she had like a hard time, you know, grabbing the meat, and now it's just like, you've done it once, you've done it a million times. Go ham. But yeah, so the cool thing, well, not the cool thing, I was talking about the GPS caches. I'm not really sure what they're for and what to do about them, like why I would need to pick them up, but I just do it anyway because I'm like, look, I got something to collect. Jeez, getting headshots for days. Usually I'm like really worried about using bows in general in most games, but mostly because
some kind of coordinates. Does someone want these to be found?
It's funny that you mentioned the coordinates, and I'm like, I thought when after she like said that, I was like, oh, they're probably gonna like lead me to something really cool and important. Turns out not to be the case. And that box can only be opened up using certain gear that we'll get pretty soon, actually. Probably like the next video after. But I did just walk off that thing, even though I think there's a way to get up there anyway. But I spent a lot of time just digging around in this forest. I think there is a form of fast travel, so you can just go back to each location after a while. I just haven't unlocked that ability yet because I haven't found multiple places to fast travel to. Makes sense. I think now I'm just looking around to see if there's any more totems hanging from trees. And I salvaged some food off of, or some plants. Not sure if she could have just eaten the plants instead of murdering deer. I think they're deer. It's gonna be like one guy's like, those are actually elks? How do you not know the difference? Sorry, I'm not a big hunter. Oh, and there's little rabbits you can hunt as well. I missed these because I'm a terrible shot. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not the best with bows and arrows. That was like, how do I not shoot my arrow? You just let go of the right mouse button because you use the left to fire. Anyway, back to my bow rent. I don't really like using bows in most games, but in this game it's been pretty decent so far. Oh, and I found this little box. There's gotta be something in here, right? And there is.
It happened again.
And it's voiced over.
Private Kosuke. He was on gate duty last night. No one heard anything. And this morning, they found his helmet. Nothing else. No tracks of his leaving. No blood. No shell casings. Nothing.
Bum, bum, bum.
The others are talking about Chinese partisans. Maybe even American GIs. Damn fools. They have no idea what's happening here. It is the Oni who stalk us. The restless, evil spirits. They live in the old places of this island. We are trespassers here. And they are watching us. Waiting. All these wrecks, The ruins? This entire island is a graveyard. It's only a matter of time. The Oni will come for us.
So there's gonna be a bunch of audio logs throughout the game, which are pretty interesting. There's a lot of insight and like backstory behind a bunch of the characters, and then there's like World War II events and even things before that with like old Japanese emissaries and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And there's a stupid token. Or totem, not token.